Oh, your MVP. So who's your current leader? Of course, we got Jokic, we got Embiid, we got Bron. Giannis is always
go ahead and
in there.
state yours. We already know yours. Go ahead and state yours.
Listen, most valuable player, who's the most valuable to their team? Jokic is the first in about 7 to 8 topics for Denver. Points.
God's working in Jokic's favor.
Points, assists, steals, like rebound, all that. He's like leading so many things. So if you take Jokic out of Denver, or if he gets hurt, we're literally a bottom tier. Like, we got good players still, but he goes through Jokic. He can pass coast to coast the whole 9. Honorable mention, if Embiid comes back healthy and just as good, I'm going Embiid. But I think Jokic is what the MVP means, most valuable player. Not include, like record, like I said, record, it matters. I get that. So, but still, like what he's doing in the big position, Embiid is phenomenal, but Jokic offensively is another level.
Got you.
He's doing everything that you want. Passing, shooting, rebounding, the whole 9. So I'm going to go ahead and go.
And on top of that,
Nikola Jokic.
God is working in Jokic's favor.
Listen, man.
Injury here, injury there.
Shout out to Brian.
It's looking like Jokic is purpose chasing. But look, let you go last. I feel like you have a very strong retort.
You got something on his chest you got to get off.
I
feel that.
Yeah, got something on his chest. I'm going to go with James Bartholomew Harden, okay? I'm going to go with James Bartholomew Harden. Now, listen. I'm not mad at anybody that has Joker at the beginning of the race. At the end of the day, I looked at the numbers, 27, 11.
8, almost 9, yeah.
8, 9 assists. With Denver looking the way they're looking. I ain't mad at Joker. Just to throw a monkey wrench in there, I'm going to go with James Bartholomew Harden. And I wrote some notes down. Okay. He's averaging 25 points a game, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, about 4 turnovers. But, hey, that's great compared to the 10 turnovers he's throwing a few years ago. They are 9-1. Oh, he's doing that, averaging 38 minutes a game. They are 9-1 in their last 10. Kyrie hasn't played. Oh, no, KD hasn't played since February 13th.
Yeah, Kyrie ain't been out and been playing since about 4 games.
Yeah, Kyrie has only played 6 of the last 10. Brooklyn is 9-1 in the last 10. They're second in the East right now. James Harden is doing it all, bro. He just hit 44 the other night. To do that without the 2 guys that, make you a super team at this current moment in time, for you to still elevate them ahead of, because who's number 1? Philly's the number 1? Or Milwaukee?
In the East. Philly, yeah. I think Milwaukee's 3.
To elevate them, or to keep them above a Milwaukee and a Boston. And who else is playing well in the East? Miami's not playing that well.
Miami they started out shaky, but since Jimmy they got healthy, they've been dominant.
Yeah. So, but the Nets are where they are, majority because of James Harden, and I feel like that commends MVP chance if he continues to go on this pace to end the season out. If he loses to Joker, I will not be mad. But for the sake of everybody and their mama getting hurt, for LeBron getting hurt, who else was MVP?
Joel. Yeah. Bron and Joel are really two that really were.
Yeah, because the race was really Joker, Joel, and Bron.
Yeah.
For the sake of them getting hurt and missing inopportune amount of time. If Joker get it, if they keep on with this pace and Joker get it, I'm not going to be upset. But outside of Joker, James Harden gets my vote for the current MVP, NBA MVP. And I feel like he's gotten robbed out of a couple.
So you would probably be shocked, but to me, James.
Oh, no way.
It's very shocking.
No, he argued me down for an hour, bro. Last weekend, a week and a half, 2 weekends ago, bro, talking about, ain't no James Harden.
That was before Bron got hurt.
Whenever y'all was at the crib and you said it, he was like,
it wasn't time.
Bro, he called me the weekend after, bro. He called me the weekend after and was like, nah, it's not James.
Nah, I mean, injuries have, because if it wasn't, had LeBron not got hurt, it'd be Bron. And, I mean, we all know that. But not only, and I'll just give it to you, all right, James is my MVP right now. My runner-up is Dame. And I'm going to spend more time talking about Dame because you said everything you could about James. And then I'll come back to James. I'll come back to James to say something about James to you that may blow your mind. But with Dame, I feel like people aren't given enough
respect.
Not even respect. No, he gets plenty of respect. I think Dame is approaching a place now where the line between overrated and underrated is starting to get blurry with him, because you have half the people that are just now getting hip to Dame being like, oh, Dame is so underrated, but he's not really, because most of the people who really know the game have been giving Dame respect for a long time.
Yeah.
So he's getting to a place where it's like, if Dame doesn't win something soon, he's going to become the next overrated superstar, who shouldn't be, but it's only because we have to make sure nobody forgets about Dame.
Right.
But like, people forget like how good CJ is.
Yeah,
he played without CJ.
And been
balling without CJ, and they're what, 4th, 5th?
They're actually ahead of Denver, so they're 4th in the West. We're a game behind them in 5th.
And he been playing most of the season without CJ.
Question: Devil's advocate. Like I said earlier, Gary Trent was averaging, young boy, like third, fourth year in the league. He was averaging 20 a game since CJ has been out.
Andrew Wiggins is an average 23. That don't mean nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that those points don't mean nothing, but like, me and P was talking earlier, and we were having a conversation about demoralizing buckets.
Yeah.
And I think there's an intangible that comes into sports. There's an intangible. I would like, I don't know if you got water. I got one bottle, but I don't know if you can like pour some, but like, yeah. There's a difference. Like, all buckets are not created equal. And if Gordon Hayward starts the game and hits 4 straight buckets, he goes 4 for 4, 5 for 5 in the first quarter. Yeah. I'm not putting that. Don't do the same to me. I don't feel no way. But if KD starts the game and he hits his first 4 shots,
that's scary.
I'm terrified.
Yeah,
I think that's the difference. It's like Gary Trent can average 20. Most niggas in the league can average 20 because they were at one point the best in their area. But like, CJ has his buckets mean more to the game. They mean more to the other, the flow of the game. So I feel like losing CJ, somebody can come in and do that, but it's not the same. So to play 40 games without the other guy on your team that puts fear in the other team. Like, how many guys does Gary Trent Jr. put fear in? But CJ,
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? It's putting fear in niggas.
It's levels.
And to have those guys without Nurkic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In this position, like what? 4 games out of the second place?
Mm-hmm.
Dame to me becomes that second after James because of the injuries. But honorable mention though, and you know who my honorable mention is. My honorable mention is Giannis. Okay. Giannis is gonna get the whole narrative. Like, Giannis is a victim of his narrative. But if you want to talk about just playing games, basketball, regular season award, no bias on playoff losses in the past, he's having just as good, if not a better season, and I think that they're going to end up in first.
First in the East?
When it's all said and done, I think they're going to end up in first. And I think he's not going to win it, and he shouldn't win it, because I think playoffs do matter. And I think that if you won it twice, and you've shown twice after we gave it to you to not, it's like, I get it, not want to hear it. But he's going to be one of those. To James Harden, though,
yes, sir.
The only thing I'll tag on top of James Harden, not only do I think he's the MVP, but I have come around to the perspective of James Harden. James Harden is the best offensive player ever. Not greatest, but he is the best offensive player of all time.
I was just thinking about that the other day, because somebody made a comment and said something. And before I'm like, oh, wait, nah, hell nah. Have you heard of Jordan? I'm thinking like, wait, nah. He might be.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing he can't do on the floor.
He can't do.
The man can go.
It's literally nothing he can't do on the floor. James Harden might be the greatest offensive player that we've seen on the floor.
And you know what does it? It's the passing.
Yeah.
Because I'm a KD guy when it comes to like the great scorers. If it's not Jordan, to me, it's KD. 7 feet tall, can shoot from anywhere, crazy handle, post up, shoot from 30, IQ, anything in between, shot selection, efficiency. I'm a KD guy. Yeah. The thing that separates James from KD is you can control the game in a million different ways.
Yeah.
There's, like you said, there's nothing offensively he can't do. And he can score like KD, and it may not be as efficient, but what he offsets with his inefficiency in relation to KD is his ability to get other people involved and get other people's shots. So it's like, all right, I may shoot, if I'm James Harden, I may shoot 46% from the field while KD is shooting 52, but I'm also creating 12, 14, 20 other points that it's not being created nowhere else.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, man, Jordan wasn't even doing that. And I'm not saying that any of these, and this is another thing too, is we act like when we say somebody is better or greater than this, we act like these guys aren't capable.
Right. They just didn't.
They just didn't.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's not that KD or Jordan or Kobe wasn't capable. We watched that stretch before Kobe tore the Achilles where he was averaging a triple-double, trying to get those guys to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, when you look at the eye test, it is different.
It's different.
Like Jordan, and this is no disrespect to Jordan, but when you even look at his game, he's not making some of the plays that James Harden is making, passing the ball. Like he's just not. Like it's just like to see oops from like James Harden sees a oop from 4 passes before the oop actually happens.
Yeah,
he sees the floor being spaced out. So like even him throwing the oop to Blake Griffin the other night, a lot of people didn't like he. Passed the ball, got the ball passed to him, passed the ball again, got the ball passed to him, made a move to the left, crossed over to the right, knew 2 defenders was coming at him, and then threw the lob.
Yeah.
Jordan would have just chunked that mug up.
Knocked it down. Yeah.
So, you know, and even with Kobe, I mean, rest in power to the great one, but he made a lot of those passes based off the fact that he was getting doubled and triple teamed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus actually putting his guys in a position that they can actually score. So it is different. Like when you do the